She told the police she was just giving birth on the side of the road, but the blood on her hands didn't belong to her child. And across the country, another teenager was behind the wheel of a car traveling 100 miles per hour, heading straight for a brick wall with two passengers who wouldn't survive the ride.
I'm super excited. I love crazy bitches.
Welcome back to I Heard That Somewhere. I'm Josh.
Well, I'm Andrew.
Oh, always choking on something. And I'm Jesse.
And today we aren't just telling one story, we're unraveling two. We're diving into the cases of Mackenzie Shirilla and Taylor Parker. Two women who constructed terrifying realities, and the moment those masks finally slipped. We're breaking down the evidence and the trial testimonies, the twisted whys behind the scenes. From the digital footprint of a Hell on Wheels crash to the 10-month-long deception of a fake pregnancy that ended in unimaginable violence. Nothing is as it seems, and you won't believe the details we're uncovering today. This is I Heard That Somewhere.
Dun dun dun.
So which one of these crazy bitches are we starting with?
Well, I don't really know too much about either of us. I'm really interested to hear some stories.
How about we talk about Mackenzie Shirilla?
Oh,
That fucking crazy bitch.
she's sexy though.
Hey, calm yourself, son.
Yeah, it's okay. She's 19 now.
How many, is she your pen pal? How many letters have you sent her in prison?
No, I've only imagined right now. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. I love my wife.
Any wet dreams?
None. Zero.
Just about your wife,
Yeah.
of course.
All right, I don't know if you guys have seen on Netflix the show The Crash or not.
I haven't, no.
No?
Absolutely.
I know Jesse has.
Oh yeah.
He has that on save.
I actually just was watching Jesse watch Mackenzie's AI porn.
No, I was actually looking up. She's in prison eating clam, so she's living it up. Yeah,
Bad.
making jewelry, chilling.
Yeah.
Nothing like some prison clams.
Yeah.
To me, she looks like a fucking alien.
They have phones. Hopefully they're recording.
I bet those phones smell fishy.
Prison OF.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
Prison OF.
Yeah.
Would you refer a CO or another inmate? Like the CO's.
So you know the CEO.
mean-
If he's trying to dip into that, he's probably dipped into like so many other nasty ones there.
Yeah, that's also a very good point.
CO's usually cleaner.
No, that's what I
I mean, you would think, but if they're dipping their shit into anyone that give them some in there,
That's true.
Like, you just imagine the CEO coming out of one of the cells, just hopping over into the shower.
There are some female prison guards that sell their ass
Yeah.
like $5,000 a pop.
were you one of them?
Really.
Yes.
$5,000 a pop.
Yeah. I got
Just go to prison. What's the use? Just no.
Yeah.
What?
The COs, they're selling their asses for $5,000. If you're in prison, you could, and there's a good looking CO. If you're at the right prison, you get the right CO. I mean, they're not all doing it, but you find the right one. Yeah.
$2. I'm gonna need about $3.50.
Yeah, Josh was really cheap. We all know that.
All right, let's get back to this. So, the story is this occurred on July 31st, 2022, at approximately 5:30 a.m. Mackenzie crashed her vehicle into a brick wall in Strongville, Ohio. You ever been to Strongville, Ohio?
I have not.
You've been to Ohio, right?
I have. I drove through.
Ooh.
I didn't really hang out.
There's even shit to do in Ohio.
Shirley crashed her vehicle into the brick wall in Strongville, Ohio, killing the two passengers, her boyfriend, Dominic Russo, and their friend, Davian Flanagan. Both Russo and Flanagan were pronounced dead at the scene, while Shirley was seriously injured and taken to the hospital. Shirley was later arrested and charged with the murder of Russo and Flanagan. She was 17 years old at the time of her crime and 18 years old at the time of her arrest. That was some wild shit, though, man. Perfect day for you.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that nobody knows is what happened in that car from the time she jammed on that fucking gas pedal to the time they hit that wall.
So let's give a little background. Flanagan, Russo, and Shrilla all lived in Strongsville, Ohio. At the time of the crash, Flanagan and Shirilla had recently graduated from Strongsville High School. The three were part of a large friend group that often spent time together. David Flanagan was born on March 11, 2003, the oldest of the three children. When he was 8 years old, he and his sisters, Davine and Dahlia, were adopted by Jamie and Scott Flanagan. Davian was the starting running back at the Strongsville High School. During the off-season, he worked as a part-time youth swim coach. After graduation, Davian worked full-time and applied to All-State Hairstyling and Barber College with the intention of attending in fall 2023.
Dominic Russo was born September 24th, 2001, to Frank and Christine Russo, and raised in Strongsville, Ohio. He was close to his family, including his brother Angelo and his sister Christine. He was interested in music, basketball, and stock trading. Mackenzie Shrilla, born August 2nd, 2004, was 17 years old at the time of the crash. As an influencer, she was active on social media and often posted videos for her lifestyle and clothing on her TikTok account. The account had numerous followers, and several companies set samples of clothing and products for her review. Shrilla and Russo had dated for 4 years, starting when she was 13 and he was 16. The pair started living together in 2021, reportedly at his parents' home. They also had a toxic and aggressive relationship, with numerous threats from Mackenzie Shrilla to Dominic Russo. She enjoyed spending time with Russo's family and driving her car through areas of Strongsville. Classmates of Shrilla said she was a fan of Regina George, a character from the movie Mean Girls, and liked to imitate her.
I mean, dude, that really checks out. Have you seen like the videos of her like in prison and shit?
No,
No. Well, I gotta look them up. And she's like classic Mean Girl status.
I've never seen Mean Girls.
How the fuck is that little string being Mean Girl status?
I don't know. I've never
It
seen
must be that with small man syndrome.
Yeah, it's all in the way you carry yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, true that.
I ain't had enough string being pushed me around.
On March 23rd, 2020, the police and fire departments responded to a suicide threat by a 15-year-old female at the Shrilla home. According to the police report, Shrilla was not taken to a hospital because her parents did not think her threats are real and did not believe she will hurt herself. Shrilla's mother, Natalie, testified in court that she had never perceived her daughter to be suicidal. According to Russo's brother, the couple had frequent conflicts and had broken up and reunited multiple times. He told investigators that he had witnessed Dominic calling Shrilla's parents to back her up because she would not leave his home. A video Dominic Russo filmed days before the crash showed Shrilla threatening to break into his house and key his car. Russo's mother, Christine, said about 6 months before the crash, the relationship between Russo and Shrilla experienced tension again, including multiple claims of Shrilla severely abusing Russo. 2 weeks prior to the crash, Russo had called his mother asking for help because Shrilla was driving erratically. She sent a family friend to pick up Russo, who later told police he heard Shrilla screaming, "I'm going to wreck this car right now," and saw Shrilla hitting Russo with her hands.
On July 30th, 2022, Shrilla, Russo, and Flanagan spent time together in the hours before the crash. At approximately 10:15 p.m., they attended a graduation party held at the house of Kelly Varela, one of Shrilla's friends. At 11 p.m., the trio drove to the house of their friend Paul Burninghouse, where they listened to music and smoked some weed. They stayed there until early morning on July 31st, leaving at 5:30 in the morning.
Bro, they were doing the marijuanas?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck the marijuana, yes.
Yeah, they were bound to have someone killed.
Bro, they were on some hard shit.
Yeah.
Man.
For real.
At 5:34 a.m., a CCTV camera captured Shrilla's 2018 Camry slowly turning right from Pro Road onto Progress Drive. 1 minute later, a second camera captured the car speeding with lights on at the end of Progress Drive. It crossed the T-split with Alameda and accelerated into the Plitco building, where the passenger side of the vehicle collided with a corner of the structure. On the 2022 Google Earth Street View, the impact as a blue plastic sheet covered the wall. The car was traveling at over 100 miles an hour when it crashed. First responders arrived at the scene 45 minutes after the crash to find Russo, Flanagan, and Shrilla unconscious. Shrilla was taken to a nearby hospital while Russo and Flanagan were pronounced dead at the scene. Police found shrooms and a digital scale in Shrilla's possession. Oh, so she was tripping the fuck out.
Bro, you get some crazy thoughts on some shrooms though, right?
So in the documentary, they had mentioned that they did like drug tests and blood tests and all that shit, and they couldn't find anything in her system. So she was perfectly sober. But shrooms, I thought when you took shrooms, like, and you get drug tested, from my experience, they don't come up
Unless you're testing specifically for.
because it just shows that you have food poisoning.
If I'm not mistaken, it's if they tested specifically for psilocybin.
You're psilocybin.
Yeah.
Oh, psilocybin.
Russo was sitting in the passenger seat of the vehicle at the time of the crash, with Flanagan sitting in the back. Responding officers are audible on body camera footage, one saying the car split in two, and another describing it as the worst crash that they have ever seen. Sharilla was severely injured and suffered multiple bone fractures. She was airlifted to a hospital where she underwent multiple surgeries. Witnesses said that she was inconsolable when she learned Russo and Flanagan died. Sharilla posted multiple videos about her time hospital, showing the interior of the medical ward, the popularity of her account peaking during her stay in the hospital. Sharilla showed videos of her sitting in a wheelchair attending concerts. She also posted satirical TikTok videos, one showing her saying, "I'm just one of those girls that could do a lot of drugs and not die." I used to think like that. Police initially thought the crash was an accident, or possibly happened due to tampering with the vehicle. However, an auto expert found the vehicle was in perfect working condition before the crash.
You stupid bitch.
Yes. The onboard computer systems indicated the accelerator was being pressed at the time of her crash. She fucking jammed on that gas.
It probably just got stuck, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I think they found that it had no errors or anything like that. So
Yeah, not a single thing.
yeah, there was no way that it was electronic. It was all mechanical errors or anything like
They
that.
read the results. Did it?
Guilty.
The red flag pop. Nah, she did that shit.
Yeah. When interrogated, Sharilla claimed that she had blacked out during the crash and had no memories of the incident. How convenient.
Very.
Her lawyer claimed that Sharilla suffered from POTS, a blood circulation condition that can cause momentary blackouts. However, police soon began to believe that she had intentionally crashed her vehicle. At her trial, the prosecutor noted that the vehicle had passed through a straight right-left dogleg intersection at high speed before the crash, which required conscious steering action by somebody able to reach the wheel. They believed her intention in crashing the car was to commit murder-suicide because she did not want Russo to break up with her again. The police tracked GPS data from her devices and discovered she had visited the area near the crash scene 3 days before the incident.
Bro,
Likely,
if you don't want them to leave, just say you're pregnant.
yeah.
Everyone uses that. She don't gotta fucking wreck them into a fucking wall.
That is.
I mean, come on. She was so small, she could only play that off for so long. However,
Andrew's playing footsies with me. I got a boner.
Yeah, I already came.
Oh, what? Oh.
My boner came on my
I wonder why there's a little white spot on my leg. I thought it was yogurt.
well, since you guys are gonna start having sex, I guess I'll keep your.
Oh, fine.
You want me to keep going?
Yeah.
I'd say it's getting flustered. By November 4th, 2022, the police had gathered enough evidence to arrest Sharilla shortly after her discharge from the hospital. She was charged with 17 crimes, including 2 counts of aggravated murder and 1 count of drug trafficking. Sharilla chose a bench trial in which the judge determines a person's guilt rather than a jury trial. On August 14, 2023, Sharilla was found guilty by the Cuyahoga County Court of Common Pleas on charges of murder, felonious assault, aggravated vehicular homicide, drug possession, and criminal tools possession. Judge Nancy Margaret Russo, no relation to Dominic Russo, said that Sharilla's actions were premeditated. Prosecutors say Sharilla had no remorse and used social media videos of her dancing on Halloween as evidence. Yeah, that bitch got all dressed up. She said, yeah, look at me.
Look at my butthole.
Yeah.
I'm 18.
I'm 18, I do what I want.
Whatever. I do what I want. I fucking love that episode. It's out there.
Yeah. I'm 16, I do what I want. I'm 16. Whatever, I do what I want. They're making fun of Dr. Phil. You know that? God damn it, it's starting to hurt my neck.
Well, you don't have to bob so far.
Let him read.
You don't have to go all the way to the base.
On August 21st, 2023, the sentencing phase of the trial began. Divine Flanagan, the sister of Davion Flanagan, asked the court to give Sharilla the longest possible sentence. We want that bitch to rot.
Yeah, bitch. Fuck that bitch.
Christine Russo, Dominic Russo's mother, told Sharilla that she should be thankful she is still alive and has a future. Sharilla was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole in 15 years. She received 2 life sentences, one each for the murders of Russo and Flanagan, to be served concurrently. The judge also permanently suspended her driver's license. After the sentencing, Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office released a statement saying that the murder was premeditated and that Sharilla intentionally drove the car at 5:30 in the morning due to the streets being relatively quiet in the late night and early morning hours. On September 25th, 2023, Sharilla's legal team filed an appeal, alleging that there was not enough evidence in the trial for the convictions and that multiple clerical errors were made during the trial. The appeal was denied. They filed a second appeal on April 24, 2025. Judge Russo also denied this appeal due to being filed untimely. Yeah. You fucking stuck.
Raggedy bitch.
Raggedy and all.
In March 2026,
I hope she stubs her toe.
she probably has.
Some dick.
In March 2026, the 8th District Court of Appeals upheld Judge Russo's decision to deny her appeal. Sharilla is currently incarcerated at the Ohio Reformatory for Women, eating clam like it's going out of style. Yeah, Sharilla will eligible for parole in 2037. It's gonna be a long time.
That is long as.
The whole parole board will be dead and replaced.
Yeah. And she'll still be eating clam.
Yeah. She's chilling. She's making jewelry. She's fucking more now than she was before she went.
Yeah. She ain't got to worry about some dumb dyke trying to break up with her. There's going to be a report of her, like, trying to, like, commit triple suicide. Like, she's going to tie nooses around two of her girlfriends.
I bet she has some like long nipples.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a bitch with like a 3-inch long nipple.
like orangutan takes.
I hate it when she takes out her clit and it's bigger than your dick. You know what I mean? Just like, fuck it.
Is it an oversized
Clit.
clit or an undersized dick?
I was locked up with this dude once. I don't know if he was like super fat at one point, lost some weight, or what. But he had these tits that like went down and to the side, and he would take a shower and he'd be in there fucking. His tits would be flopping all over the place.
That was his dick.
His nickname was Bitch Tits.
Did you tell him to do the truffle shuffle?
Well, his stomach wouldn't do anything. His tits would
Yeah,
just.
it would have been nice to see the
His
titties.
tits would just slap his armpits.
Oh,
Because they were like, they look like kind of like.
you like tuck him under his armpits, just like walk around. Yeah.
What is
It was super weird, yeah.
what does dick look like?
Uncircumcised.
Sorry. Got a little anteater.
Yeah.
Okay. How long did you stare at it to know that it was uncircumcised? Or was it that big that you could immediately tell that it was uncircumcised?
I was stuck in a dead stare for about 90 seconds.
Did it wink at you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hot. Surely.
Dicks have you actually seen in prison?
Quite a few.
What's the biggest one you've seen?
This dude, oh my god.
We got excited on this question.
All he wore was those gray sweatpants. That's it. Because he knew.
He was a male thought.
And he was just walking around. The thing looked like it was banging off his fucking knees.
God damn.
Yeah.
My cousin was in.
I'm gonna go cry for a few minutes.
Yeah, my cousin was in the military, and he said there was just like 4'11" Puerto Rican guy that would like, they'd get naked and he could see his dick from behind him when he would walk away.
That's large.
I wish I was that blessed.
I don't even know.
Like a Pringles can.
There's not too many girls that actually enjoy it.
You ever seen 3 inches at 90 miles an hour? Nope. Neither did she. Shortly after the news of the crash, friends of Russo and Flanagan created a small memorial near the crash site to show their support. The family of Davian Flanagan later created the Davian Flanagan Memorial Scholarship to provide educational support to aspiring barbers to honor his intention of becoming a barber. That's pretty fucking noble right there. I like that.
Yeah.
Like they actually adopted this kid.
Yeah.
They consider him like an actual son. Like you've heard stories of like fucking kids that have been adopted and their parents just really don't give a fuck. They're just there for the check.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah.
I don't think you get a check anymore for adopting kids. Unless you're.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
You only get a check where you foster them.
oh, that's right. It is.
Once they become yours.
Is there really a difference between fostering and
Yes.
adoption?
Yeah, foster's temporary.
Fostering. You're just seeing the state.
Though I just think about that.
Yeah, you're helping the state of the foster parents, so the fake state.
Oh yeah, adoption is where you're like You're my team now.
Yeah, that makes your fucking problem.
I'm adopted. I'm degenerate. I'm adopted.
You better be damn sure, because once you're adopted, you ain't giving them back.
Sorry, we can't say the R word.
Imagine like 2 weeks later. Can I pick a different one?
Yeah, we fucking made a mistake.
This one keeps trying to sell me mixtapes.
Yeah.
I'm editing that out.
That was good. That should definitely not be edited out.
No, that was great. It was great.
Y'all are not painting me in this light.
Stop adopting kids from Harlem.
Can I lick your toes?
Probably really stink right now.
That's what I was hoping.
Yeah.
So,
I take my socks off and at home, and my kittens come over and start looking at my feet. It's so gross.
you love it, don't you?
Yep. I show big on my toes.
You tickling me. Stop.
They get their little sandpaper tongue in between each other. Yeah.
You don't even have to take a shower at that point.
I fucking hate cats.
I knew you hated pussy.
Yeah.
I thought it was just you were scared.
Just hairy pussy.
Yeah.
How I shape.
Stubbly. A little, just tiny little bit stuff, but yeah.
I like that tingle when it rubs across my chin.
Yeah, like making out with a dude with a beard. I mean, wait.
Oh shit. Let's talk about the theories and stuff that have come about with the crash.
Oh, yes. So,
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
a lot of people think that they were just arguing and he was trying to leave her and she was like, no, you're not fucking leaving me. And then just fucking yammed on the gas and fucking. But then you think, like, she was steering around those corners perfect. What are these dudes doing in the passenger seat? Like, are they just, like, we then tried grabbing for the wheel. Like, the car didn't swerve or it was, I don't know.
I believe they had found something in the box, the you know, where it gives all the information about the car and shit, that it tried to go into like neutral or park
Oh, yeah.
in the, like right before the crash.
Yep.
So I think he was actually trying to fight it and trying to throw that shit in neutral or park or something.
Probably because his ass beat from the sounds of it. It seemed to beat the fuck out of him all the time.
But I mean, there would be evidence of that. They would definitely have documented bloody knuckles on her, or red and.
Unless she knows how to hit him without, like, fucking up her hands.
I mean, yeah,
How can they tell what's crash and what's not at that point?
yeah, that's a good point.
I might have been throwing bows.
Tell them both.
Well. If it had a broken orbital bone, a broken...
Did a good job. There was no fucking witnesses.
Yeah, she knew that place.
So one of the theories is the black hole of the crash. Filmmakers and crime analysts often refer to the black hole at the center of this case. The lack of information regarding exactly what happened inside the car during the final seconds. Because Sharilla has maintained she has no memory of the event, the public has been left to fill that void with their own theories, ranging from the prosecution's argument of premeditated murder to speculation of alternative explanations. Kind of like the POTS. You know, those things they try to claim, oh, she had POTS, trying to defend her. Shut the fuck up.
I think they were trying to say she was smoking law pot.
Yeah.
She was boofing those fucking shrooms.
Yeah.
She's putting up her poop.
It's a good time.
A major point of contention is Shrilla's diagnosis of POTS, which her defense team and Shrilla herself have cited as potential cause of a medical blackout. She had a fucking blackout. She knew exactly what she was doing. She drove the route beforehand.
Yeah.
That's
It was caught on, what was it, the vehicle's GPS that caught it? Like, it showed that she traveled down that shit with days.
Or her phone, the phone.
So yeah, the phone did. The phone data showed that she fucking traveled the exact route that she took.
Yeah.
When the crash happened. She planned that shit out days before.
Yeah.
So Potts was the name of the black guy she was fucking?
Probably.
Well, that's apparently what she has.
Mackenzie, just tell us what happened in the car.
Supporters of this perspective argue that the crash was an unavoidable medical tragedy and that the prosecution's narrative ignores the reality of her condition. Shut the fuck up. Conversely, many believe that the vehicle data, which showed no braking and intentional steering, yeah, she did it on fucking purpose,
Mm-hmm.
and prior documented threats made by Shrilla prove the crash was deliberate and calculated. No fucking shit. A prominent topic of debate is whether the conviction was driven by actual evidence or fueled by public outrage and social media justice. Some observers argue that the prosecution's focus on her TikToks and social media presence, which they used to paint a picture of a remorseless individual, prejudiced the public and court against her. I mean, they didn't prejudice the public against her. They seen that she was a fucked up person and doing some fucked up shit. She had zero remorse. I mean, your boyfriend, air quotes, boyfriend died in this crash that you caused, and you're gonna go to a fucking concert while you're still in a wheelchair?
Yep.
And making TikToks about the shit? What the fuck?
Sounds like a celebration.
She's just living her best life.
YOLO.
Slate clean. Following the release of the Netflix documentary The Crash, some viewers and crime analysts have speculated that the film omitted key details, such as reports that she allegedly scoped out the route beforehand, leading to claims that the documentary was skewed. This has fueled further online investigations where people piece together court documents and police reports to form their own calculations. That kind of goes along with what you were telling me about it.
Yeah. I guess I am.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course they're not going to include every last detail of it, you know. I mean, obviously they should have, because then it would eliminate a lot of those fucking...
I'm pretty sure they released the documentary before the trial was finished was the biggest issue, and that's why they were saying it was like there was prejudice towards her because they made it look like she was a murderer before.
No, but
I mean, you don't even have to have a prejudice against it to know that it's a fucked up situation.
What the whole point about like a
the documentary just dropped.
It dropped like a month and a half ago.
Right. The trial.
Well, this happened in 4 years.
22.
4 years.
Yeah, she's been locked up in prison 4 years eating clay.
Yep.
Yeah.
We ended this conspiracy.
Yeah. She might be eating clam right this second, actually.
So what do you guys think about this? Like, let's give a little summary about this. What do you guys really think happened?
I think she just really wanted to eat clam and found a way to do it. I'll take this motherfucker out. I'll go to prison. I can eat all the clam I want.
I don't like pee-pee anymore.
That's probably not
I think it's
reality, but
literally insane.
I like to think it is.
That's just your fantasy.
Yeah.
That's what you think about at night with a bottle of lube.
Yeah.
What about you? After hearing about the story for the first time, like all the details and shit, what do you think?
I think it was.
What do you think, Andrew? What do you think?
Is this some crazy me? No, is this some crazy ass bitch, bro? I've had exes that were like, "Oh, if you leave me, I'm gonna kill myself." And it's like somebody actually acted on that.
Well, if she actually went against that, she did a poor job of doing it.
Yeah. Like, bitch, you
Purposely aimed at this brick wall to where it hit just the passenger side. So, I mean, she wasn't trying to just commit
But
suicide.
like, she was just
trying to kill him.
If she was just gonna do that, then why would you do that in the car? There's so many better ways to do that.
Why are you buckled and the rest of them are? Why did you drive this route beforehand?
Well, no, I get it. I get it. But what I'm saying is, why would she do it like that instead of just murdering him some other? Be a lot simpler than risking her own life.
Well, somebody that crazy is going to come up with the story of, oh, I have a medical diagnosis which can cause blackouts. I could totally use that as a scapegoat. Oh, I blacked out at the wheel. I don't remember a thing.
I think she wanted it to look like an accident. All she had to do was hit the brakes right before she hit the fucking wall.
And
It would have solved the time.
it showed
Oh, she did.
zero braking.
Yeah.
All right, so we talked about the first dumb bitch. Let's talk about the second crazy bitch.
Even crazier. Not as good looking though. Probably not eating clam.
Maybe getting her flam ate.
Maybe. I don't know. She's probably in a fucking burrito on the psych ward. Probably.
So let's give the backstory. This is actually about, if we're going to take the crazy bitch out of it, this is actually about the murder of Reagan Michelle Simmons Hancock. Was a case of murder and fetal abduction that occurred on October 9th, 2020. and New Boston, Texas. The perpetrator, the dumb bitch, Taylor Renee Parker, born December 8th, 1992. She bludgeoned and killed Simmons Hancock, who was 36 weeks pregnant at the time. Parker proceeded to abduct Simmons Hancock's unborn child. Braxton Sage Hancock died October 9th, 2020. So Braxton Sage Hancock was actually the baby's name. Parker had previously lied to her then boyfriend Wade Griffin about being pregnant 11 months leading up to the murder of Simmons Hancock, and even faked her pregnancy to multiple persons. Parker was charged, tried, and found guilty of capital murder and sentenced to death. The murder took place on October 9th, 2020 in New Boston, Texas. 21-year-old Reagan Simmons Hancock, who was 36 weeks pregnant, was attacked and killed by her wedding photographer, who also cut her abdomen to steal her unborn baby.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a fucking crazy... This is a whole episode on crazy bitches.
Yeah.
Is Jesse gonna be next? See the next story? Because your carries a bitch.
Fuck so good, I'm on top, bitch.
Yeah, Buck Cherry.
Prior to the murder, the perpetrator, 27-year-old Taylor Renee Parker, alias Taylor Morton and Taylor Way Casey, first befriended Simmons Hancock while working at her engagement and wedding photographer. Based on background information, Parker became a mother at 17, and after breaking up with the father of her first child, Parker had a second child, a son, at age 21, during her first marriage to another man. Following complications from an ectopic pregnancy and a failed tubal ligation, she underwent a hysterectomy, leaving her unable to have more children. After divorcing her first husband in 2017, Parker was married a second time in 2018. Throughout her second marriage, Parker tried to seek her friends' help to serve as surrogate mothers. She hoped to have more children despite her hysterectomy. Her second marriage would also end with a divorce in 2019. After her second divorce, Parker began dating Wade Griffin, whom she met at a rodeo in 2019. Despite having worked at a staffing agency and an OBGYN clinic, Parker falsely claimed to be heiress to an oil fortune and later told Griffin she was pregnant. Over the next 9 months, she sustained the deception using a silicone pregnancy belly and fake ultrasound images, even hosting a gender reveal party and maternity photo shoot. Parker's first ex-husband later testified that he had anonymously warned her boyfriend about the false pregnancy and alleged that she had been unfaithful during the 7-year marriage and treated their son poorly.
Wow.
By late September 2020, Parker had not given birth despite claiming her due date had passed. She told Griffin she would deliver via C-section or induction at the Titus Regional Medical Center in Texas on October 5th. After a fire at her boyfriend's house and a bomb threat at the hospital, she changed her story, claiming she would have instead give birth at McCurtain Memorial Hospital in Idabel, Oklahoma on October 9th, 2020. The same date she committed the murder of Simmons Hancock.
So she knew the exact date she was gonna do this shit. That's fucking wild.
On October 9th, 2020, Parker drove to Simmons Hancock's house in New Boston, Texas, where both Simmons Hancock and her 3-year-old daughter were present. At the house, Parker viciously attacked Simmons Hancock despite a pregnancy. Simmons Hancock suffered blunt force trauma and multiple stab wounds. Forensic evidence indicated that the attack took place at several locations throughout the house, suggesting that Simmons Hancock moved around the residence while being attacked and bled in multiple areas before she collapsed on the floor. The attack ultimately resulted in the death of 21-year-old Reagan Simmons Hancock. Parker performed a crude C-section with a scalpel she had brought with her to the home. The victim's 3-year-old daughter was not physically harmed during the attack. She was later found hiding in a back bedroom by the victim's family. After murdering...
Poor baby. I'm sorry. That's so fucked.
That's so sad.
Yeah, no shit. After murdering Simmons Hancock and stealing the baby, Parker fled to Oklahoma. While she was in DeKalb, Texas, Parker was stopped by a Texas Highway Patrol officer who noticed she was driving erratically. Parker lied to the trooper that she gave birth on the road and that the baby was not breathing. And the trooper also noticed an umbilical cord which was cut from Simmons Hancock's womb, going down her pants. Parker was therefore taken to a hospital in Idabel, Oklahoma, where the baby girl, later named Braxton Sage, was pronounced dead. Simon Hancock's body was discovered very shortly after her murder, casting doubt upon Parker's story. Parker aroused further suspicion among the hospital authorities when she refused to undergo examination by doctors. She did not want them to look at her clam.
And the one doctor that finally did was just, nope, she didn't.
Yep, no. That pussy's in perfect shape.
It's fake news.
Yeah. That was not recently stretched.
Damn. That's the best looking one I've seen all day.
Yeah. He got excited and ran straight to the bathroom after examining her. Test results later confirmed the DNA testing the baby was not Parker's biological child, but instead was the child of Simmons Hancock. Autopsy reports later showed that Simmons Hancock sustained 113 sharp force injuries, 15 stab wounds and 98 incised wounds, and 39 blunt force injuries. The medical examiner, Dr. Melinda Flores, testified that 2 of the knife wounds perforated Reagan's jugular vein, and some were deep enough to reach the bone, and the blunt force injuries likely inflicted with a hammer resulted in both a broken nose and 5 skull fractures. Flores concluded that the cause of the death was homicide by traumatic extraction from the uterus with both sharp and blunt force injuries. Dr. Stephen Hastings, a medical examiner from Dallas, determined that the baby died due to traumatic extraction from her mother's uterus and further ruled that the baby's death was also a homicide. Hastings also stated that there were bruises on the baby's scalp and on the umbilical cord, meaning that some of the blows inflicted on Simmons Hancock's abdomen also landed on the baby, and the trauma to the umbilical cord was possibly due to it being pulled or squeezed during extraction.
Jesus.
Totally insane.
So the baby died from being squeezed?
Pretty much.
Is that what I was saying?
Yeah, that's what it was getting at. And the blows, the blunt trauma blows to her abdomen,
Fuck.
essentially killed the baby inside of her and then took it out of her.
Yeah.
I really feel for the baby that was in the other room hiding, dude. That did
So sad.
Yeah, no shit, 3 years old. Yeah. After her arrest in Oklahoma, Taylor Parker was arrested on suspicion of murdering both Reagan Simmons Hancock and her unborn child. Parker agreed to be extradited back to Texas to face charges. On October 16, 2020, Parker returned to Texas and was booked into the Bi-State Detention Center and was charged with capital murder and kidnapping. On December 11, 2020, a Bowie County grand jury formally indicted Parker for kidnapping and capital murder for the deaths of Simmons Hancock and her unborn daughter. On January 22, 2021, Bowie County District Attorney Jerry Rochelle announced that he would seek death penalty against Parker. Under Texas law, the penalties for the offense of capital murder are either life imprisonment without the possibility of parole or the death penalty.
On March 4th, come to Texas and kill someone, we'll kill you back.
Yeah, no shit.
Fuckers.
Here in Florida, too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
On March 4th, 2021, Parker was indicted on a second count of capital murder for the death of the victim's daughter. That bitch is funny looking. Look at her mouth on this side is like drooping.
Well, she is weird looking longer.
Fucking psycho bitch.
She just looks happy. On September 12, 2022, Taylor Parker stood trial before a Bowie County jury for the capital murder of Reagan Simmons Hancock and the murder of the victim's child. During her opening statements, Assistant Director Attorney Kelly Chris submitted that Parker had a motive to kill the victim and preceded the plot itself. She also conducted a sophisticated scheme to dupe her boyfriend and many others that she was pregnant despite her inability to do so after her hysterectomy. Furthermore, the prosecution also brought forward evidence of Parker's past online search.
Hold up. She had a hysterectomy and she got pregnant?
Yeah, because nobody around her knew because it happened during our previous relationship. So what? And her new boyfriend wasn't close like that with them, and she didn't tell her family.
Bro, I didn't know about that at all. That's crazier, dude. What the fuck?
Until they found out.
So this bitch had a hysterectomy. I was like, I'm pregnant.
Yeah, told her new boyfriend after she lied to her having all these millions coming, and they went and looked at houses and shit. And then realized the money's not coming. Was like, oh yeah, I'm pregnant. You know what I mean? It was like she was desperately trying to keep him.
And then hear
That's
this.
still so bad.
That's definitely what the Shrilla chick should have done.
Yeah. Yeah.
It also says the prosecution also brought forward evidence of Parker's past online searches on how to deliver a baby preterm at 35 weeks of pregnancy and also to fake her pregnancy, with further indicated that premeditation and planning exhibited by Parker and murdering Simmons Hancock. So she was looking up how to deliver a baby.
I realized that they can look up your search history.
Okay.
People are fucking dope,
You can't do that.
especially sex offenders.
I used the VPN. On October 3rd, 2022, Parker was found guilty of murder, capital murder, and kidnapping by the jury after about an hour of deliberation. On October 12th, 2022, Parker's sentencing trial began before the same jury. The prosecution sought the death penalty of Parker, citing the aggravating factors and heinous nature of the murder, including a number of wounds that Parker inflicted on Simmons Hancock, and emphasized that she was a danger to society. On the other hand, the defense argued against the death sentence and requested life without parole for Parker on the grounds of diminished responsibility at the time of the offense. On November 9, 2022, Parker was sentenced to death by a trial court upon the jury's unanimous recommendation for capital punishment. Prior to Parker's sentencing, Simmons Hancock's mother called her an evil piece of flesh demon.
Flesh demon.
Yeah, evil piece of flesh demon. While she was giving her victim impact statement in court and condemned Parker for murdering her daughter and slicing her body open to steal the baby.
I don't know about y'all, but I got a flesh demon.
Yes.
Parker.
My wiener.
On November 6, 2025, Taylor Parker's first appeal was rejected by the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals. On March 19, 2026, Parker filed an appeal for review of her death sentence to U.S. Supreme Court. Counsel argued that her client did not receive a fair trial. On 26, the U.S. Supreme Court denied Parker's appeal against her death sentence. I thought she had
That's a lot of it. They said, nah, bitch, you really are. See?
Following her sentence, Taylor Parker became the 7th woman on death row in Texas. She was also the first woman in the state to receive a death sentence in 12 years, since Kimberly Cargill was sentenced to death in June 2012 for the murder of her son's babysitter. That's fucking crazy. We're not going to go into that crazy bitch. In October 2022, Simmons Hancock's widower filed a wrongful death civil lawsuit against Parker and her former boyfriend. In June 2026, a documentary about Parker and the murder of Reagan Simmons Hancock's titled Maternal Instinct aired on Netflix. So that's what we're talking about. These are all dumb bitches of fucking Netflix.
stupid bitches of Netflix.
We love you, Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As of 2026, Parker remains incarcerated on death row at the Patrick O'Daniel unit. Well, she's gonna fucking die there. You come to Texas and kill someone, we're gonna kill you back.
You gonna die today.
We do everything big in Texas, except for our penis. We got big laws, big guns, but little dicks. All right, we're officially checking ourselves into a dark, quiet room for the rest of the weekend. If you need us, we'll be watching literally anything with a laugh track and zero crime.
For real, I'm pretty sure my search history is going to put me on a watch list while I beat my dick.
We know Jesse's gonna be beating it.
And on that note, we'll be back next time with something that hopefully doesn't keep us up at night. Thanks for listening to I Heard That Somewhere.
Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, comment, give us questions. And if you have any suggestions on the next episode, please leave us a comment.
Or if you furiously masturbate to our voices, we'd love to hear about that too.
Would love to hear that.
I'm definitely going to masturbate.
So, which one you masturbate to the most?
Let's just do
I'm definitely masturbating.
cut these mics and do it now.
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank. Oh, yeah, we love you.